Hi, everyone, and welcome. It's day 27. In this week of celebration, what are you willing to reclaim in your life? Happiness, joy, love, a sense of peace, serenity. What is it for you? Let's explore that on our mat today. So let's take our comfortable seat, and then once you've found it, allow your eyes to close, gently closing your eyes. Turning inward, turning your breath in and out through your nose. Start to even out your breath. However long you're inhaling, exhaling just as long. And choose that focus on your breath to guide you inward. Letting go of where you came from today, letting go of where you're going to. Allowing yourself to take all that baggage, those thoughts, those feelings from the past, from the future, and placing them all outside the door, outside wherever you are, so that you can pick them up when you get off your mat. Hold your hands together in front of your heart. And perhaps there's one word that comes to mind that you're ready to reclaim. Joy, love, intimacy, caring, whatever it is for you. And state that as your intention for your practice. Release your hands back down to your thighs. Allow your eyes to gently open. Let's come to the front of our mat, Tadasana. So find your solid foundation here. Staking your claim into this space, this place, your yoga mat, your world. And then let's inhale our arms overhead. Stretch through the fingers. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up to the sky. And then release the arms down. Bring your hands this time out in front of you. Interlace your fingers, but the other way around, whichever other index finger you used. Put the other one on top, stretch out, and up. And then exhale, release. And clasp your hands behind your back. So if this doesn't work, again, always grab a strap or a towel or something so that you're not hurting yourself. This is to open the chest. So if you can, the palms come towards each other. If you can't, well, they don't. And then you swing the elbows towards each other, lift your arm bones up. Breathe into that space that you're creating. Own it. Release your hands. Interlace your fingers the other way around. And then stretching again mindfully. This side will be different, probably. And then release. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bow. So going a little slowly on this one, find your Uttanasana. Where can you go deeper? Inhale up halfway. Where can you get more length in your spine? Front ribs and back ribs lengthening. Exhale, bow. Inhale, plank. Take an exhale, stay here. Inhaling. Feel the lightness, the lift, even as you press down through your limbs. And then exhale, chaturanga. Hold here for a breath. Lower all the way down to the floor, chest broad. Uncurl the toes. Root the legs, root the pelvis. Inhale, lift your chest. Bhujangasana. Take a full breath here. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. And maybe you would like to bicycle your legs. Bend your left knee. Reach your right to the floor. Other side. In your own time, going from one side to the other. And then find stillness. No longer moving. Look in between your hands. Walk or jump your feet forward. Inhale, halfway up. And then exhale, bow. As you bow in, feel the calmness, the cooling action here. Inhale, rising upward. Come up to standing, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Release your arms down by your side. So as we do one breath per movement, see if you can get a little bit deeper into the feeling, the brightness of the back bending, the cooling of the forward bending, an invitation to express outward, an invitation to go inward. So, if you recall, a few days ago we did Ekahasta Trigastasana, standing up and grabbing the foot. So, grab a chair or something if you need it for balance. Otherwise, we have lots of options. We're just grabbing, standing on one leg, variation thereof. So stand on the left leg, draw your right knee into your chest to start. So option one, stay here. Take the left thigh bone back and lift both sides of the ribs out of the pelvis. And you get to stay here. Or you can take a strap around the ball of your foot. Or the first two fingers are going to grab the right big toe. Then it's like you gather all this energy right in the center of your pelvis, and then you're going to shoot it out your leg, and it straightens out in front of you. And lift your heart. Even as you lift your heart, wrap your outer left right hip down. Option to bring the leg off to the side. Back to center. Fun bit coming up. Bow forward. Change hands. Twist right. Left hand grabs outside of right foot. And if you fall over, well, are you still breathing? Back to center, just release the leg. Lift it in the air. Find your balance. And then lower down. So just notice how that felt compared to a few days ago. Maybe it was better a little bit. Maybe it's better a lot. Maybe it was worse today. It's going to be different on different days. Some days it's like, I have no balance. Other days it's like, why is this so easy? Stand on your right leg. Draw your left knee into your chest. Grab your big toe with your first two fingers of your left hand, if you're doing that. Or wrap the strap around the ball of your foot. Wherever you are, straighten that leg out in front of you or not. If you like, take the leg out to the side. Back to center. Switch hands. Right hand grabs outside of left foot and you twist left. Back to center. Release the hands. Leave the left foot lifted or not. And then lower it down. And find Tadasana. Let's come to a lying down on our side. Let's lie down on our, let me figure this out. Lie down on your left side. So I'll do it this way to show you. So the trick, hopefully you can see, I'll show you what happens. So you're going to lie down on your left arm. Traditionally, I'll show you this way. Traditionally, you make a little for your hand like this, or you can stay lying down on your arm. So more from the back side, I want to show you what happens. So you lift your waistline up, and what happens is it's super easy to just collapse back here, and then your abs don't have to work. It's just no big deal, okay? But the trick is to keep the hips stacked, one on top of the other, like so. Already, you're on a tightrope here. Then bend your right knee into your chest, and this is going to seem super familiar because it is. Or just doing Ekahasta Padangusthasana in a different plane. And then you either stay here, wrap the strap around the ball of your right foot, or first two fingers, grab the big toe, and without losing the waistline, so lift the waist away from the floor and straighten that right leg up to the sky. And the trick is to keep rolling that right hip forward. So again, you can lift, rest your hand here, or stay lying down if it hurts your neck to do that. Bend the knee. And then straighten the leg. And then roll on to the other side. Front view. Lift the waistline. Roll that left outer hip forward. If it feels super easy on one side, it might be because you just back. So stay right in the center of your right hip bone on the side. And then bend the left knee. And see how much you can do just staying here, balancing with this left hand. Or if you're ready, you grab the knee. And maybe that's where you stay because you're focused on getting strong in your abdominals. It seems like you're just lying down. It's called Vishnu's couch. Come on, you're reclining on a couch, but it's much more challenging than that. Big toe is grabbed by first two fingers, and then lift the leg up. And then release. Stretch that leg. And then try taking a just roll onto your bellies. Hands underneath your forehead. Just rest for a moment. Okay, rest is over. Take your arms down by your sides. Clasp your hands. I'm going to do Shalom with hands clasped. Again, always an option to grab a towel or strap or whatever instead. And then inhale, lift your chest. Stretch your arms. Breathe. Exhale, release. Take a moment here. And the next one, we're focusing on what's the head doing. So there's a funny thing that happens. The chin tends to want to jut forward. So think about the upper palate. If you don't know where that is, think about the base of the ears. Sending that straight back instead of lifting the chin up. Let the heart lift. And the heart lifting is what lifts your head. And if you have any neck issues, that might get solved that way. Take your arms down by your sides. You're going to clasp your hands again the other way around. Ready? Drive down through the legs and pelvis and inhale, lift the heart up. And release. And now, press yourself up. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Actually, let's keep them bent. What am I thinking? Seriously, keep your legs bent. Purvottanasana. So the trick is to keep your fingers facing forward. If that's just not available to you, then you can turn your fingers out. It's just best for the shoulders if you can keep your fingers forward. Down through the hands, lift up through your heart. Very possibly you'll stay here and you'll keep thinking about, okay, I'm swinging my elbows in towards each other, assisting the bottom tips of my shoulder blades to lift up. And be very happy with this. Or we'll turn it into a back bend. So look at your feet. Make sure that they do not turn at all. They're straight forward. We don't want to hurt our backs or give ourselves the option to. All right, push down through the feet and inhale, lift the hips as high as your knees. Purvottanasana. You're eastward facing. You're facing the sun. You're vibrant. You are bright, bright, bright. Lift. A little higher. Lift, breathe deeply. And then exhale, lower down. You got one more in you? You can keep your knees bent. You could just stay here. You can straighten your legs. Harder. The idea is when you push down and you lift up, imagine you're going to lift on the soles of your feet. It takes a lot. You can try it. And if that doesn't work, try bent legs. If you know it's not going to work, don't try it. Ready? And on your own time, go. Knees stay right over the ankles, not letting them come past. And then lower down. Soles of the feet together, knees open, Baddha Konasana. And go, that's so great. Now, fun thing to do, Crunchasana. Take your right leg back into Virasana, and then you'll notice that you're already getting a nice little stretch here. You might want to stay. You might just want to draw your right knee into your chest and go, oh yeah, that's great. Another option, sitting up on a block or something if your pelvis is rotating backwards. Or, this one keeps going, it's fun. So, hands grab the ball of the foot. Pull it, this is abdominal work, right? And we've been stretching our hamstrings. Just lift the foot, knee bent 90 degrees. Lift your heart up. So keep your heart lifting. And again, hey, this is a lot of balancing. Maybe you stay here. Or the full pose, straighten the leg. Bend the right knee, again, to the floor, switch sides. So on this side you can see it easier, that when you bend this right leg back, the heel comes right to the outer hip. And the foot goes straight back. It's not sickling, straight. So probably should have told you the trick on the other side, but here you go. You can lift the right hip, turn the right thigh bone in, lift the hip, and turn this leg bone in, and then you've just widened your pelvic floor, and you got so much more space. So draw your left knee into your chest. Lift your heart. In your own time, you're going to grab the ball of the left foot. So take your time. You want the heart to stay forward and up. Lift the foot. Either stay here or straighten the leg. Gently bend the knee. And then straighten both legs out in front of you. So here's your options. You could stay here. You could widen the legs until they're 90 degrees apart for bending forward there in Upavista Konasana. Or Paschimottanasana, which is super challenging, which is the same thing, forward bending. So we did eastward facing pose, Pravottanasana. Now westward facing pose. So if this is too intense for you right after Karntasana and all that, then you're going to stay here and maybe just a gentle twist. Or you're going to tip the top rim of your pelvis forward to come into Paschimottanasana. Now, as you spread your toes, you're pulling your pinky toes towards your outer hips. I'm going to encourage you not to just grab the feet and pull, because that is a recipe for low back injury. So in other words, first get all the work here from the pelvis tilting forward, lifting up through the spine and bowing. Now the funny thing is about a forward bend. As you go past 90, the back needs to round. It is supposed to round as it comes forward. You just want the front and back body to round evenly. Then and only then would you take a hold of the feet, bowing in without yanking yourself. In this quiet, quiet space, whatever you've chosen. Maybe you've chosen child's pose. Saying to yourself, perhaps, I'm reclaiming my power, and then state whatever it is that's come to your mind. Hands to the floor, walk yourself up. Knees to your chest. Cross your legs. Do a nice gentle twist. So just twist to the right, left hand to right thigh, right hand behind. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other way. Inhale, center, Shivasana. Lie down on your backs, palms face up. Exhale a little deeper, followed by a deeper inhale. And then wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll your wrists, your ankles. Perhaps you stretch your arms overhead, point your toes. Exhale your arms back down by your sides, bending your knees. Roll onto your right side and press yourself up to sitting, gently closing your eyes. And fold your hands together in front of your heart. Noticing what you feel more of, more joy, more love, more sense of fun and playfulness. What is it for you? Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you soon. Namaste.